Welcome back to Cross-Thread Garage. As you can see behind me, we're working on the trailer again. And we're putting stripes on it. Trying to break up the white. So much white. So what I've done here is I've just masked off. I've got 2 red stripes down below and 1 red stripe up above, up high. And all I'm doing is laying down some paint, spraying it on there. Going on pretty good. Just first coat, nice and light. Just like that. Let it tack up, come back, do another coat. Probably do about 3 coats on this, and then a clear. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. And then after this, after we get done pulling off everything, I've got a bunch of decals that I've made up, printed out, and we're gonna have the number, the length of number here. That's also gonna say built by Cross-Thread Garage, and then our names. So that's gonna be kind of neat. It's gonna say Jayco here. I got Jayco for front and back, and also the eagle, where it says eagle. So, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna look a lot better than just having white. And then also, the kids wanted a big decal. I'll show you that decal. The kids wanted this decal. Now this decal, of course I bought off Amazon. It's got trees and a mountain scene, but you know, we put it up here. I don't know. What's your thoughts? I don't think it really fits. I don't really think it fits the theme of the trailer that we're going for. So I think this fits it a lot better. The red breaking up all the white. But I don't know. What's your thoughts on it? Drop your comments below. I don't know. I'm still undecided. Aiden's still pretty much has his heart set on it, but I think once he sees this, I think it might change his mind. Now our big trailer, because basically this is a model of our big trailer, has these stripes. It has multiple stripes down low, and then I think it has 2 or 3 stripes up above. But I decided to just go 2 and 1 and call it good. But it also has this kind of a swooping pattern here, and I was going to do that, and then you put the logo on underneath, but I just don't have thin enough tape to actually curve it. So that's kind of why I haven't done that, but maybe that might be something in the future we could do. I think we can come back with coat 2 here. And this here is Satin Poppy Red. The reason why I went Satin Poppy Red is because it's kind of matches our decals. I was trying to get as close to our decal color as possible. Once we get done with all this, we can also go ahead and put the roof on and the windows in. And then we can take this thing on a journey around the yard and show it off to everybody. And then later on down the road, we'll start doing all the cabinet work inside, and the heater and the sink and all that like the kids want. But for right now, my main goal is just get it done enough for the kids to be able to enjoy it this summer. And I hear the kids screaming, crying now. Oh boy. I'll be in here in a second. I keep missing. Alrighty. I'm going to take a pause and see what's going on with the kids. All right, I'll show you guys one of the decals is going to go on there. It's not exact, but close enough. I mean, that's as close as I can get off the shelf. You know, I could have had something specially mixed up made for me, but I don't need to go to that expense. Let's just go ahead and, yeah, that's going to go on there like that. Then I've got the same, almost close to the same color numbers that say 12 foot, because it's a 12-foot trailer. So I think that's pretty cool. Alrighty, there we go. All the masking tape is pulled off. And then that's kind of like what it's going to look like. I think it was pretty good. Numbers there. Little ID badge there. I got some of these to go in the front and the back, and then they also say Eagle down here. And then we also have a VIN number we're actually going to put on this thing, and it's actually going to be a special VIN number that I created, and it is actually all of the kid's birthday and mine put together, and we're going to put that on the front of the trailer where the actual VIN tag goes on these trailers. So yeah, it'll be kind of cool. Alright fellas, I got updates. So this is the current status that we're at. We've got all the decals on there. Looking really cool. Looking really, really good. And rubber roof. Now I have to tuck this over and I have to put the band around it and then seal everything. But it's on there. So I'm going to get back at it, trim this thing up, and put the trim on there. And we'll see what it looks like. Alright, I'll give you some updates here. I've gone ahead and painted all the trim and the caulking that I put on there, so that this trim sits over top of the roofing and pins it all down all the way along. And the back too. I got a rear bumper.
Is this the paint brush we're going to be using?
Yes.
Hey, you'll get paint on it.
He is, no, hold on. I got to mix up the paint.
I did not know.
So we're going to go ahead, we're going to paint that guy. I put it on there earlier. And basically all I did was take a 4x4, cut it to the width of the chassis.
And I destroyed the extra piece.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Cut it into tiny little
I cut
pieces.
2-inch blocks, and then I just I screwed it to the 4x4, the blocks to the 4x4. And then I put it up there, and then I couldn't hold it up here and put the bolts in. So I ended up just putting some temporary screws in, plugged the holes, we're all good. So now they're legged in there with 10-inch legs. So this thing is solid. So you could stand on it if you wanted to, but I would rather nobody stands on it.
Oh, I want to stand on it.
It's not exactly made for that. The other thing that I got going is the roof.
Got the paint roof.
I painted the first coat.
Yeah, she did.
That's just the first coat. We're waiting for that to tack up so I can hit it with a second coat. So right now we're going to move down here and we're going to paint the rear bumper.
Are you going to put paint on this?
Oh, hold on, I got to mix up the paint. And then I got a little overspray on the tongue here, so we're going to touch that up as well. And anywhere else that we need, anywhere on the chassis that we might have boo-booed, kind of screwed it up, but this thing's looking pretty good so far.
It is good.
I mean, we get that second coat of paint on the roof, and we get the tongue and the bumper painted.
We're going to get the bumper painted today.
And then tomorrow, I think I'm going to work on it while you're at school. I'm going to cut out all the windows to fit in there. And then when you get home from school,
We're going to put the windows in.
we'll go ahead and we'll put the windows in. And I will film us putting the windows in.
And then after, can we...
And I'll show you a process of cutting one.
Wait.
I know these are just
we
short
gonna
clips.
change the tires or not?
Well, that we might do also. I
I
know.
don't like the tires.
I know I'm just doing short clips of what we're doing or what we've done instead of what we're doing, but bear with me. I'm trying to keep the videos shorter, and you really don't want us, watch us paint for an hour, right?
Are you gonna charge my quad someday?
I do have the battery charged for that, but I do have a small fuel leak. One of the hose clamps didn't seat right. I'll fix that, no big deal. Yeah, and then we've been talking about doing something with these wheels too.
They look ugly.
Well, they're old. They're used wheelbarrow wheels. So
What?
what we'll probably end up doing is taking them off, busting them down, sanding them all down, cleaning them up, primer, and painting them.
Yeah.
But don't exactly know which color we're gonna go yet. Maybe white to match the other trailer. Gray would look good. Gray would look good. I'm
Black
open to
would
that.
Look good too.
Black. Well,
Black
yeah,
is
but then it just all kind of it blends in then,
Yeah,
because the
but
chassis is black and the tires are black. So you want the wheels to actually stand out
I
and
thought
actually
we
looks
were
like the
just
same as
gonna
the
do
trailer.
Black, red, and white on them.
So it's either going to be white, gray, maybe,
I thought we were just doing.
or silver. Maybe even silver.
I thought the only colors we were gonna do on this was red, white, and black.
No, that's not
They
all.
look good.
I mean, I'm open to other colors. It's just
Well, that's the only colors we've put on it. Right
this is a replica of
The big one.
the big trailer that we have, and
now.
so
Doesn't
that's
have the same front.
that's why no, that's another thing we need to figure out. And so
This is not the same.
this tongue is a little bit different. This A-frame here is actually a false A-frame.
If you put one here, it'd be A for my name.
Well, on a typical trailer, the A-frame coming out is the actual extensions of the frame, and that is what bears the load. This does not. This is just there for looks. So it's actually the 4x4 that goes all the way back and ties into the axles back there that bears the load. And this thing's getting...
Paint.
yeah, I will. I'm just telling these guys. This thing's getting so heavy now that I might have to put some angle iron underneath all the way back,
But
and
the
then
big one-
tie it into
trailer.
here.
The big trailer has one of
So-
those things, Daddy, that you can control with the bottom thing.
Yeah, the jack.
Yeah.
That's another thing I need to figure out, and that's what I was getting at.
The big trailer has.
So we need a tongue jack on here, but I can't put anything on the sides. I can't put anything on the sides here, because when you turn with the lawnmower, the wheels, they actually, if you turn too sharp, you actually start rubbing the frame, and that's
Now,
the other touch-ups that we're gonna have to do.
do it up at the house because you have to curve back because we parked it up there.
Yeah, it's a tight turn up there.
Yeah, I had to turn very.
That's okay. It happens. You're not.
I was trying not to go too sharp so I don't flip over the trailer.
Right. Well, you're just rubbing paint off. You're not damaging anything, but it puts a lot of strain on this tongue, though.
And all me and Adam on this inside.
Yes,
Try not to flip.
they were inside. Yes,
I
don't
was
flip it
trying
with your
not-
sisters in.
I was
No.
trying to be careful not to flip.
So we're gonna touch that up, and then I got to come up with a way to put a tongue jack on here. Where to put it?
in the front.
I don't know, and it's got to be in the center, because if it's off one side or the other, then it tweaks the chassis.
Oh, I know. We can
So-
just cut this part off and cut the front off and then there.
Then you can't pull it.
Yeah, we scratch the thing
No.
off.
And then we also maybe build something that makes it look like it has propane tanks here, and it's something that might.
Well,
I don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking of this. If we put something here that looks like it has propane tanks in the front, but it hides a battery. Okay, you see where I'm getting with this? Okay. I have an extra motor for a slide out.
oh, that like the
So
big
if I
one.
put a mechanism on the slide out and put a button, wire in a button,
Like the big trailer, Daddy?
then you can push a button and the slide out would go in and out.
Like the trailer, you have to hold the button and then it pushes the slide out.
Exactly. So we could turn this into a motorized slide out. And I kind of set it up for that when I built it. I left room underneath the chassis to actually do so if I chose. And I'm kind of leaning that way where I would like to actually adapt where you push a button and it comes out on its own because it is heavy. I mean,
Daddy, I don't want to have to hold the button.
no, you do. You have to hold the button until it goes out. Yeah, so then you let go of it. Anyway, so I don't know what. That's all down the road. That's down the road when we do some cabinets inside and the sink and the heater.
I just want it to be on the wall.
So that's not going to be now. Our main focus right now
Get the trailer done.
is to get the trailer done. I do need to get a tongue jack on here somehow.
We can do that after we get the trailer done.
And I have thought of if I put the angle iron underneath, right, and I wrap this 4x4 in angle iron, then I could drill a hole down through, and it would probably might even be down through here,
That's not my idea.
and put a piece of all thread in with plate steel on both sides with nuts welded to them, and then you have a crank handle,
Oh no, no,
and then you just crank it up,
no!
and it would pull it up.
That would take way too long.
It would take quite a few cranks, yes. But at
But
least
the one on the trailer
then you would
is
have a tongue jack. Because if you went this style, like this is for an actual trailer, right? This is way too big. Like where would you put it? How would you put it? You can't do it. You would end up cutting the 4x4 and then you'd have no structural strength and you wouldn't be able to pull the trailer.
Daddy, I thought you would just
So
say.
yeah,
I thought my idea was gonna put two of those things on the sides, and then the button. So when you press the button, it goes up. And
Well-
then you don't have to do anything with this.
yes. Technically, if you put anything on the sides of the 4x4s, you'd have to put one on each side to balance it out, so you don't twist the chassis. And I found that out because this thing is pretty rigid. Like this thing is it's sheeted inside and out. It's screwed, glued, and nailed all together. So it really doesn't have a lot of twist in it. But when you jack it up from one side or the other, you do get a little bit out of it. So I don't want to create a twist in the chassis.
That's why I wanted to put two on each side so we get no lag.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We might just skip the tongue jack part of it, and then we'll just go to maybe just
These are how jacks
Scissor
go
jacks.
down.
scissor jacks in all four corners. And so then when you want to take it off of the lawnmower, you would just run the two scissor jacks down and lift the front end up.
What's the front?
As long as you get them balanced,
Lift the front end up.
we'll put a level on the front where you just keep it balanced.
But
Then you're
Daddy-
not twisting the
Daddy,
chassis.
if we put two of them here,
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
if we put two of them there, we have to look those paint tanks that you said we might do
Yeah.
to look like there is.
Yeah.
We'll have to slap them up here
No, we don't want to do that.
because there will be no room here because there's jacks.
Right. So we want to think about that too. I don't know. I haven't crossed that bridge yet. I'm still scratching my head. But eventually we're going to need some jacks, maybe even just some A-frame jacks or whatever to put in the back. When it's disconnected from the lawnmower, then when the kids are in the back, it doesn't go whoop.
Daddy,
But this thing weighs so much that right now all three kids get in the back and it still doesn't whoop. But when they get bigger and heavier, then it might.
when I'm 9, I won't be able to fit on this, I think.
I don't know.
I almost touched the roof right now.
No.
Yeah, I do.
No.
I can touch it with my arm.
It's like 5 feet inside. Okay, well, it's not quite 5 feet, but still. Yeah, you still got quite a bit. You still got like 10 inches to go.
When
So.
I'm 10, I'm gonna go like this. So I won't be
You
able,
still got a ways.
I won't be able to fit in there.
All right, I guess we should mix up paint.
I'm painting.
He's dying to paint this thing, so. Alrighty,
You know I like to paint.
I know. Alright, I'm going. I'm mixing it right now. Alright, there we go. Bumper painted. Looks pretty good. I like that. I got the second coat on the roof, and I think I'm going to stop here for the night. I'm going to let that cure, and then tomorrow I'm going to put one final coat on it, and it'll be nice and white. There won't be any little, you can see a little bit of gray poking through. That's because when it gets tacky, it retacks the first coat and starts pulling it up. So gotta let it cure. Then we'll go ahead and put down the final coat on it. So for tomorrow, I am going to cut out all the windows and have them all staged and ready to go. And then when the kid gets home, we're going to go ahead and put them in. And I'll show you that. I will show you guys that process. We'll actually set the tripod up, and I'll show you how I measure it and how I cut it, what I cut it with, because a lot of people are scared to actually cut plexiglass. So it's not that hard. It's pretty easy. I'll show you my process the way I do it. It's always worked for me. So, all right, till the morning. I will see you then. Alrighty, welcome back. Got a big plane flying overhead and making a bunch of noise. Anyway, kids at school, and so I'm going to start cutting out windows. So I have taken the measurements from the inside. So basically inside dimensions is 10 by 12. Come over here and snap this stuff up pretty cheap, like $4 a sheet. Like, if anybody knows what Lexan sheets go for, it's expensive. This was actually post-COVID. These are actual COVID shields. You can see the holes there for hanging it. And then you make you know, the suggestions of what to do with it and what have you. Anyway, this is pretty cool stuff. They were trying to unload it and get rid of it, like $4 a sheet, so I snapped up a lot, like 12 sheets. So I got plenty to do the windows for the trailer, and it worked out in my favor. So what I'm doing is I've marked it out. So here's my 10-inch by 12-inch, and then I've got two I'm making for the door. Well, yeah. Oh, this is for the front window and the back window. And so what I suggest with this is I'm using the death wheel. It actually makes a pretty clean cut. As long as you don't get it too hot and start melting it, but it's, even then, when it melts, it's not that bad. You just take a razor knife and just cut the residue right off. No big deal. When you do cut this stuff, I'll put you guys up here. Oh, and I've got a surprise later for the trailer, so don't look over here. Just, pretend that's not there. So, well, can we angle this thing down? There we go. See, something like that. That works. So when you guys cut this, I'm not a big fan of them. Safety glasses. Safety squints won't work. in this application because it puts off such a fine dust that it will get in your eyes. So, and you know me, safety squints usually work. In fact, I had to search around for an hour to find these. Goes to show you how many times I use them. Anyway, so the process is pretty easy. Find your line, stay on your line, and cut. And avoid cutting off your finger. That's pretty much it. And yep, start looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a bunch of measurements and mark up a bunch of sheets and then start cutting some more. I'll be back. Alrighty, there we go. Got them all made up. They're just sitting in place right now. I think that one's falling out. Promised the kid I'd wait till he gets home to actually peel the backings off of them and put the adhesive around and stick them in. So he wants to be here for that, and I'm not going to rob him of that. So I'm going to move on to the next cool project, part, surprise that this trailer's possibly going to get. And I'm going to give you a hint. It goes right there and comes out. Yeah. Hopefully it works. I'm going to go check it out, clean it up, and see what I have here. And surprise! That's the surprise right there. It has an awning. A roll-out awning. Pretty cool. Actually comes out quite a ways, like probably 7 feet. So they could roll that out. Kids could put their chairs underneath and sit here, and then we got a fire pit. They can have the fire pit and they can camp. So I think that completes the look. It's a little bit big for the size of the trailer, but it actually came off a camper. So I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. I'm happy that I got to keep the pinstripe. You know, got it just above the pinstripe. That's good. It only sticks out about 4.25 out from the body, which is not much. You know, maybe 1.5 inches more than the doorknobs. But I mean, hey, I'm happy with it. I think it completes the look. I think the kids are going to be really happy with it because I kind of mentioned it a little bit to them, like, hey, what would you think about, you know, if we could figure out how to put an awning on it? They would just, yeah, I want it. I want an awning. So, and they're like, because we could sit underneath it. And so I think it completes the look. I think it's really cool. I've got to do some repairs to it to make it function properly. But other than that, we're looking pretty good. Like, it's missing the leg. One of the legs is broke off. And I could probably get, it's the plastic end cap that ties the leg in that's broke. It's on this side. But I'm thinking if I could just drill the rivet out that's in the leg and put a screw in or a bolt in, and then that would be the pivot point instead of relying on the plastic. But other than that, it's pretty cool. I think it's completing the look. Now, one of the things I do want to do, I want to put a spare tire rack and a spare tire on the back to complete the look too. I think that'd be cool. And then we got to figure out something for propane tanks, and maybe something for, you know, a false air conditioner that goes up there, you know. I don't know. I don't know how far you want to take it. That's who knows, you know. Like, I really like how it's coming together. I just keep coming up with more ideas. That's the problem. Once you start something, it's like, oh, this would look cool. Oh, that would look cool. And, you know, let your imagination run wild. And that's basically this whole project. I would have, you know, I built these when I was a kid. They didn't look anything like this. But, you know, they were like 12 foot long, 4 feet wide. They had a big slide out on the one side, but they were like all OSB and, you know, heavier than all get out. And, you know, they soaked up water and started rotting real quick. And they didn't have paint. They didn't have power. They weren't insulated. But I just remember, I sure enjoyed mine. I carted all over the neighborhood with my lawnmower, and so that's kind of what I want the kids to experience, something from my childhood. And but, you know, in luxury, because this thing is cool. Mine never looked like this, ever. I do have pictures of mine. Somewhere I have pictures of mine. I would be embarrassed to put them on there, but I might include them in this video. I don't know. Well, I'll do some thinking about it. It was pretty embarrassing. But then again, you have to remember, I was like 10, 11 years old when I was building them. My dad was bringing home materials off the job, scrap material basically, and I just went to town and started building them. So, just for fun. But this thing is cool. This thing is a dream trailer, a dream playhouse basically for kids. So, you know, hey, I don't know. People keep telling me to make a business out of it, and you know, make these for, you know, custom order. You know, make fifth wheels or travel trailers, motorhomes. You know, I've done a lot of thinking of. I might be able to figure out how to do a motorized motorhome version. Wouldn't be hard, I don't think. But I don't know if any of you guys are interested. Drop it down in the comments, and I'll try to reach out to you. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun. Give me something to do for the YouTube channel, you know. Alrighty. I'm gonna pause and try to clean this place up. It's a disaster. Before the kids get home and want to put the windows in and check out the new awning. They don't even know I have it, so it's gonna be cool. Their reaction could be really fun to see. So, alrighty. Well, I'll be back shortly. Okay, so we're back. Kids are home from school, and we're putting the windows in. Uh-oh, you got your finger in it. Yeah. So what we've done is we run a bead of power grab adhesive. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You'll be all right. They're glued now. So we're gonna peel the one side off, and then we're going to stick the window in there and squish it in real good. Aubrey's back there crying. All right, well, we got one window. Go ahead and peel it off there.
I don't want to peel it off.
Well, she beat you to it for this one. Okay. And there we go. Okay, no fingers on the window.
Did I get in?
And there we go. We got one window installed.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's move on to the next one. Take a pause again and relocate. Alright, so we're moving on. the back window here. And again, just a nice consistent bead of adhesive. I'm screwing it up again. There we go. It's the corners is the ones that get me. There we go. Okay. Well, now
Just put it in.
put it in the window,
Oh.
and then I'm going to press all the way around with even pressure and
Don't
squish.
break the window.
No, I'm not going to break the window. I'm squishing out the adhesive all the way around. Go ahead and peel it.
Not on one finger. You know.
Aiden's peeling it. I'll make
It's
sure.
getting stuck behind the window.
Got a little excessive squeeze out. That's okay.
You can see everything.
It's a window, Aiden. Of course.
You can see where you put the stuff, Daddy.
Yeah.
But the window is so big.
And later on, when we do the cabinet work and stuff like that, we're going to trim out the inside of the window, so then you can't see.
Actually see it over there.
I know. Then you can't. Then you won't be able to see the adhesive anymore. That's the plan, anyway. All right. Well, there's 2 windows installed. See how you can see the glue? And then we'll come in here with quarter round and we'll put it in, and then it'll disappear. It'll look good. Just not right now. My main focus is just get the windows installed. All right, we're gonna go ahead and throw in some of the rest. All right, I got Aubrey helping me now.
Oh, honey.
All right, I got Aubrey helping me now. So let's get up here to this front window here.
Let's step on it. How are we gonna get that? Dad, can I peel it?
Yep, you can peel it here in a second.
I don't know which one.
Well, let's peel. I'll start it. No, turn the light back on, sweet. Thank you.
Can I put it on the
Okay, don't put your fingers on the window. So you, there you go. All right. Okay.
Just blow it out of here, Aubrey. And now,
Okay, so now what we're gonna do? Yep. We're gonna.
let Aubrey put it in.
Well, hold on. No, I'll put it in, then she can peel it. So I'm gonna start the corner.
Peel it this way. I want to peel this.
Oh, yeah.
And I peel this window.
Hold on, we're not ready for that window yet.
You don't get to.
Working on this one. One at a time.
Let's go one at a time. So it goes you, me, Aiden, and then Daddy. Wow,
And
It's so
squishing the
quilly,
glue.
so you know what to do.
See how I'm squishing the glue?
If you have it quilly,
That's
you
making a
might
nice
lose
seal all the way around there. Yep,
Now
you can peel it.
peel it. Daddy, peel it.
There you go. Oh, now you're blocking the camera. There we go.
Ow!
Sorry.
Now it's still this window.
Watch out, Kitty. I gotta get out.
Daddy, now it's still with this window.
No, hold on. We're gonna wait on that window. We're gonna wait on that window.
It goes you, me, Aiden.
Alrighty, exciting moment here in Crossthread Garage. The kids are about to set out on their maiden voyage with their new trailer, and they're going to set up and go camping. And everybody's excited.
I'm gonna drive it.
Yep. Alright, Aiden.
How do you turn it on?
You're going to have to push the brake. Bear with me, guys. Oh, here, I got to push it. You got to push it really hard. And yeah, we got the tunes going. Go for it, Aiden. Bye, guys. Off on their maiden voyage. Pretty cool. Looks like I need to clean those windows, so. We'll get around to their camping spot, and I'll set up a tripod, and you guys can see us set it up for the first time. Alrighty, we're gonna put the awning out. Unlock the locks. What?
Please tell me it. Oh, okay. That is awful low for an
This is what I'm talking about.
There we go.
Wait, Daddy!
Put some stakes in here so it holds it.
Let's get on chairs.
Oh, hard bending over. There we go. That's pretty cool.
I'm just gonna sit in here.
Next, we'll push the slide out. Alrighty. The slide out's out. The whole setup, got the jacks down, front and rear. Awning out. And we got a campfire. That's pretty cool. And you know, one of these days we're gonna get it outfitted. So that'll be on some next episodes. Kitchen cabinets, sink, kind of a stove area, refrigerator area down with a heater. And then we'll have a table and probably a chair there. And then we'll have, we got a mattress that we can lay down here and they can sleep if they wanted to. Still got to trim out all the windows. So, I mean, there's work to be done. I'm also building a box, a propane cover box that folds forwards. It's going to have a box storage container in there so they can store all their tools for running down the jacks and the awning. And then we're going to do a spare tire on the rear bumper, so it just kind of completes the look. And an AC. I'm thinking about maybe putting like a box to make it look like it has an air conditioner up above. I don't know. What do you guys think? So I think we're done for now. I'm going to go ahead and include some pictures of the build because this thing started before the YouTube channel started. So I'm going to go ahead and roll those, and I hope you guys enjoy, like, and subscribe.